trial counsel in these matters. She initiated the call for an investigation in this case. We can walk you through both what recently happened and why this has been a continuing battle, as well as our call for the charges to be dismissed.
Can you say your names as you come up?
For those that don't know, my name is LaToya Francis Williams from the Law Office of A. Dwight Pettit, and we were original counsel on behalf of Mr. Keith Davis Jr. And as you know, this certainly was an extremely trying set of circumstances, as Mr. Davis was shot by the police unjustly. This information was in the hands of the State's Attorney's Office for Baltimore City. This information was in the hands of the Police Department for Baltimore City. And as we have been crying for since the beginning of this saga, that these charges should have and shall be dismissed, finally, we're able to bring to you an independent, objective investigation. Someone that is not working on behalf of the defense, someone that does not work on behalf of the Davis family, has finally taken the time to look at the facts and the circumstances and came to a conclusion, which we'll share to you today, that all officers involved in this case not only were unjustified in their shooting of Mr. Davis, but they should be terminated and disciplined immediately. The reason today's meeting is important is because this information not only should have been in the hands of the State's Attorney's Office for Baltimore City, but Marilyn Mosby chose to ignore the reality of what the Firearms Examination Unit, James Wagster, had already concluded, that no gun other than service-issued weapons had been fired back on that fateful day, that no weapon had been discharged that's supposed to be associated with Mr. Davis. We have been screaming this, the police department has concluded this, and finally, the Civilian Review Board has concurred, not only has noted that these officers are not credible, but the only person firing any guns on June 7, 2015 were Baltimore City police officers. We have been saying from the beginning that this has been an effort to bury and persecute Mr. Davis, that Mr. Davis has been fighting for his liberty and his life since 2015. The time for this to stop is certainly now. Now you'll hear from counsel on the case as my role is gratefully being shifted to the civil end. We have believed since 2015 that Mr. Davis has to now take proactive steps against the